let's do the next quest. So that's the last of the Blackbird ones we can do here. I mean, honestly, I don't have that many left. All right, GR Enterprise I've done none of. Morrison Mining, I've only done one. All right, let's stick with Morrison Mining first. So lumber mill supplies, that's Mountain River. Cargo delivery, Mountain River. Drilling supplies, that's here. That one will be kind of a pain in the butt. Let's see if there's any actual... Okay, it's good that we're over here because these two warehouses have what we need and the port has one of the things we need. Also, being on this side, we're kind of close to where we need to be. The cargo container, we know that that is big enough. I kind of regret not to bringing the trailer over now because we actually kind of need it. But both of these things should be big enough that they would fill up too. So that would fill the entirety of our bed. They're going to have to make 2 trips one way or another. Okay, so this is a possible one. I'm going to go ahead and accept it so that maybe we won't do that one, but just know that that's one of the ones we were thinking about doing. Lumber mill supplies I already accepted earlier because it was a quest I was working on for. I'm trying to remember which ones we did. So this is also at the same location. Drilling equipment. Oh, damn. That means we're going to have to... Oh, okay, that's just from the port. One's fairly easy. Probably be ideal to come from the garage to do that one, so we'll hold on that one. Okay. That's not a bad one to do, though. Maybe I should mark that one, too. Yeah, let's accept this one as well, because that's another one that's here that we can fairly easily. But right now, we're going to stay on tracking guy. Okay. Supply crates. That's the White Valley, and then cargo delivery is Mountain River. Okay, so we've looked at what's there. Drilling supplies seems doable for where we are, but let's see what GR Enterprises have for us. So oil barrel delivery, that is on White Valley. White Valley. White Valley. Mountain River. Mountain River. Mountain River. I think this is the only one that's here. Sometimes these reorder as you're hitting, you're looking at them, but this is the only one that's here. This seems like a fairly straightforward quest. Looks like, let's see what it is. So you have to deliver a bunch of stuff here. So it's a straightforward quest, but it's one that's going to take a while. And again, a lot of where you're getting that from is on this side of the map. So in that vein, we are kind of in position to do some of these. I think we stick with what we're on, though. So we'll see what the warehouse has for us. If it only has one of the things, then that makes our choice a little easier. If it has both of the things, then I guess that's great. But in any case, let's get going. We have our fuel. We didn't need any repairs, which I think would have also had. Wait a second. Okay. I thought that arrow was pointing at that, but I wanted to make sure. I'm going to hit the one on the right here, because that one's easier to get to. Which way do I go? Okay, looks like I can go either way. Go this way, because it looks like it's possibly more paved. Alright. Let's see what we have here. And if it's only the one thing, it's not the end of the world. Okay. Cargo management. So medium pipes, bricks, service spare parts, just medium pipes. Alright, we'll do that. And I'm going to take a real quick break here because it is my cat snack time and they're starting to ask for it. So I'll be back in a minute. There we go. Alright. I'm going to draw out my path here because this is not a path I'm all that familiar with. I've been down it before, but it's been long enough that I'm not going to really remember it. And I think it's going to be rough enough that we don't really want to have to think about it. We don't want to have to stop. Okay. Let me go that way. There is a trailer here with fuel, so we'll be good. Alright, I figure we just back up here and turn around. I don't usually spend much time on this side of the map. Because I haven't done a lot of the quests here. And the way you go to get to the other maps is pretty much only on the other side of the map, so you don't really have to come over here if you don't want to. I might send the cat for the other trip. We'll see, after I evaluate what these paths are like. If I don't think the cat can get through, then we'll just try and do it with this one truck. But I'm having to make more than one trip no matter what. And I don't think the trailer would have really helped. Because I don't think it would have been all that efficient, all that more efficient to go to both places I needed to get things. Also, I don't even know if that other place has what we need. Because you know you can pick up something there, but it could have just been more medium pipes. Maybe not, maybe so. Alright, let's get going. This part looks like it's going to be rough. So the cat would make this part easily. Alright, I'll try and make it through without winching it if I can. We may have some problems if it gets deep, because I do not have snorkel on either of my vehicles on this side. If I winch, sometimes I can pull the front end out of problems, but it has to be quick. Because engine damage, when you are too deep in the water, engine damage happens really fast. It's progressive, but it's fast until you cut that engine. But if you cut the engine, then you can't winch yourself out, so... I'm not sure I really needed to winch there, but it is speeding things along. Fortunately, I'm stuck on this tree now, so it's slowing us down quite a bit. Yeah, truck made it through this bit pretty well, which kind of shows you how bad the mud is in that other spot, because we didn't really struggle here at all. Alright, we might be able to take this off. Okay. Got a little bit of a snowed-in road. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Suspect there's going to get a point where we start to really slow down, but maybe we can power past it with low range plus. Yeah, it worked fine. I'm gonna put it in automatic. This road seems fairly firm. Just checking out what that was. One of the time quests. I'm gonna save those till the end. Once I've accomplished all the other quests in the game, I'll probably go back and do a lot of the time ones. There's one I might do because I have a scout vehicle right next to it, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to get to. So I might as well just knock it out while I'm there. And the vehicle I have there is capable enough, I think it can do the job. But I'll hold that for now. I don't really need that scout vehicle that much right now. And when we switch over to Russia, I'll probably focus more on Russian trucks. So let's go back to getting that alert range in the diff lock. Yeah, so it's this bit. There's a little bit of hard terrain there. Okay, that rock. Yeah, I'm concerned the cat wouldn't be able to make this, because that was really narrow. Maybe, but this is starting to get tricky. Although we could come from an alternate path, because there are alternate paths to get to this spot. There might be a more viable one from the direction we're going to have to be heading from anyway, so I'll take a look at that on the map. I think we were past most of the difficult stuff at this point. Yeah, we're here. Once I get past this muddy bit, I'll put it back on automatic. That'll do. Alright. That wasn't too bad. Wait a second. Which one am I doing? Drilling supplies. So, I need that one. Drilling supplies, not drilling stuff delivery. Okay. I've never had an issue where I've had multiple quests in the same spot. That's the first time I think that's ever come up. Thought I turned off the engine. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at our path here. So there is a path going up this way. Into here. So this is... Oh, okay, so yeah, that does confirm. So medium pipe would have been there. So where do I get the container? It has to be the port. Okay. What's this trailer? Fuel carrier. I kind of feel... I would feel silly going all the way back this way. Like that. Come down to the port. It would be so easy to send a truck from here down to the port and back up and then go this way. Question is, do I want to do that or not? I could pull a truck from a different area that I'm not using. This is what I'm going to do. We're going to go to... not skip time. Oh well, I was probably going to need to do that anyway. Global map, that's what I needed. Move to garage, truck storage. So I have the Fleet Star sitting in truck storage. It already has a bed, so it's pretty much ready to go. We'll stick to the American trucks on the American maps. Okay, I'm just looking through what I had all set up here. So it's pretty much ready to go, except for tires. Let me take a look at that. So right now, we just have off-road tires. No reason not to put on the chains, because they will perform about the same, except for the ice performance, which I like. So we'll sell these ones. Okay. We already have the best winch we can have, which will help. Snorkel, we should be all set up for that, I think. It's possibly been a while since I've set this truck up. No, I don't have a snorkel on this thing. Okay, we'll install one. Okay, that should be good. I'm just gonna look because it might have been a while since I've upgraded this thing. So right now I have the heavy duty pipe on. That's probably good. Give us a little bit more light up front. And then rear bumper. No, there's not really anything you can do with that, huh? Flap cap, that's like how I like it. Okay, that'll do. What rims do I have on this thing? Those are probably fine. Alright. That'll do. The garage. I'll go ahead and drive there while it's dark. I want to save as much daylight as I can. I would have had more light if I hadn't accidentally hit skip time. That was a mistake. I hit Y instead of X. Okay, we just need to go to the port. It was pretty straightforward. But I'd had that Fleet Star sitting in storage, waiting to come back over to Alaska, so this is a good time to use it. We get to see a comparison between the Fleet Star, which was one of the trucks that I considered to be similar in performance to the truck we just were using. We do not have an off-road gearbox with this guy, though, so that's one thing to keep in mind. We have a smaller fuel tank. So this truck will be more fuel efficient despite having a more powerful engine. I think that Freightliner has more speed to it, even though it doesn't have as powerful of an engine. There's that trailer. We only need one cargo container, otherwise I would take the trailer. If I needed two, then that would be perfect. Oh, you know what? We'll take the trailer and sell it at the port. We have to go to the port anyway, right? Hey, attach. Ah, not lined up. I don't have the best camera angle for that to know how I was lined up. Okay, keep going. Yeah, so I'll sell the trailer once we're there. I could always get it back if I need it. Right now I don't need it, so get rid of it. What are we doing on money? 180. Okay. Considering I just bought that Freightliner not that long ago, we're doing pretty good. I did end up selling the Dairy Longhorn that you get on the White Valley map. I really didn't care for that truck. It's not bad by any means, and it just, I don't know. I didn't like the fact it didn't have locking differentials. That's kind of an important sticking point for me. It did all right, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. All right, I'm gonna sell the trailer first. Which should be the thing on the left. Trailer store. Yeah, there it is. See it. Okay. There's a fuel trailer here if we want to fuel up, but we haven't really burned all that much fuel, and there is a gas station on the way. Now, granted, that is if I remember, or even path that way. I might not path that way because it might not be the most efficient way to go. So we need a cargo container. Large pay. There we go. Cargo container. All right. What's the path we'll take? Yeah, we'll go right past the fuel station. This time, I'm going to path this, so hopefully I don't blow past it. Go there. Let's skip time at this point. It'll still be a little dark. That'll give us time to get to the trickier spots. I don't think we need the headlights. Okay. Off we go. Can't really see my truck because this container is so big. These containers are fairly heavy if I remember correctly, so we'll see how we go, how it does. In particular, it adds a lot of top heaviness to your truck, which can be a problem for flipping. Alright. We'll probably get bogged down this bit, as we did with the other truck. It's gonna be kind of fun because we'll be going over the same bit here we did with our previous truck. Yeah, so pretty much in the exact same spot we get bogged down. I do not have low range plus in this truck, but that's alright. We'll just go with the low range. The main reason I don't have low range plus on this one with the off-road suspension is because of the fuel consumption. I think that's okay with the White Western Star and the Freightliner, but with this truck, with as small of a fuel tank as it has, I start to, oh, okay, we have kind of a risk of flipping, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, I think we're alright to get out of the range. I would just worry about the endurance of this truck if you put the off-road gearbox on. Alright, get fuel, get fuel, get fuel. Gotta kind of drill that into my brain. I don't really need it that badly, but, I mean, why not? Get almost 40 liters out of it. 32 to be exact. Unless we burn a little bit more fuel getting there. We did. Okay, this will just be a drive-by. There we go. Alright. I don't remember the path 100%, so let's just draw it out. So we definitely come through here. We can make the turn either there or there. Now, we made the turn here because that was closer. But I think I'm going to go down this way because it is not as muddy. Now, this might be tricky from a slope and congested, you know, narrow path. But we'll see. I think I remember the rest of the way at this point, but we'll just draw it out for the hell of it. Okay. Let's get going. But you can make a judgment call for yourself. What is better here? The Fleet Star or the vehicle we were just in? Now, the cargo we're hauling is different. So it's not necessarily a direct comparison, but... Also, I have different customization on each vehicle. This one has a more powerful engine. But it does not have an off-road gearbox, so there are some differences there. Same type of tires, although the sizes might be different. I don't remember what the size on the Freightliner was. So it's a snowed-in path mostly. We're getting good momentum with just the auto, so I'll just stay on that, I guess. Branches are slowing us down, though. Don't have really a reason to put it in low range right now. It's a lot easier to make a choice when you don't have the off-road, too, because the normal low range is so much slower. You don't have that debate on what's better, the low range plus or just auto. Because there is definitely a distinct difference in speed. Only when you're crawling with the auto do you start thinking about doing low range. Or you really start digging in. But that's pretty much the same thing, pretty much. Alright. Yeah, we're struggling a little bit here. Let's try slapping it in low range, because we're not really getting much momentum going with the auto, just spinning our tires. Alright, go auto now. Now that the ground is a little bit more suitable. I do have to be careful about flipping as well, so don't want to gun it too much. Because momentum is oftentimes a good contributor of you flipping. Taking things slow is a good way to avoid it, oftentimes. I don't know. The Fleet Star here definitely impressed me a little bit more than that Freightliner did. Seemed like we got through a lot of this better. You guys be the judge of that, obviously, for yourself, of what you think handled it better. But I feel like the container is a little bit more But we just flipped. The truck didn't flip, but the cargo just fell off. Well. I hit that rock badly, which is why that happened. We're gonna have to send something here to fix this conundrum. We do have the P12, but we've had problems with that with the big crane, but I'm gonna try it. This thing might be too big to go that same path. We'll see. I do want to recover this one real quick. Because I want to change what tires we have on it. I have muds on it right now. I would prefer chain tires so that it performs better on the roads. Obviously, that will hurt its performance in some regards. And I have seen kind of a debate amongst the community where some people think the chain tires are useless. I don't think that's true. Not at all. Because I think the consensus by people that think that way is that there is not much ice. That's actually not true. There's ice everywhere. On every road, there's ice. So if you travel on the roads, which honestly you should, then there's ice everywhere. Here's a good test for you. Let's say you have the Hummer. Put mud tires on it, drive down the road, see how much it slides around. Immediately recover it, and put chain tires on it. You will immediately see a difference. It may not be true of every truck. Some trucks might be able to get away with mud tires on the ice. But from what I've seen, it makes a distinct difference. And if it works that way with one truck, then I think it's safe to believe it's going to work that way with a lot of trucks. So if you're traveling on the roads a lot, chain tires are worth it. Now, where chain tires are not worth it is on just about every other location. Because, yes, there's no ice in Russia. There's no ice in Michigan. So, yeah, don't use chain tires there because there's not really any difference between the chain tires and off-road tires. Even if you can't take mud tires, off-road tires are cheaper. So, yeah, but in Alaska, ice is everywhere. It's in more places than you would think. If you're thinking that ice is only on the frozen lakes and rivers, which there aren't many of, that's incorrect thinking. But obviously, do what you prefer. If you prefer not using chain tires, then, you know, that's up to you. If you think they're not worth the expense, and again, that's up to you. Do what you want to do, but I definitely think there is a place for the chain tires. Although, if you go slow enough on these roads, it might not be a problem. But I like to book it down the roads because it's more fun. Alright, let's see how the P12 does in this bit. Granted, it would help if we turn the all-wheel drive on. Yeah. So, locking differential's always on. Kick it into low range. Okay. A little bit of a slowdown there. I feel like the P12 doesn't perform as well as I would like it to. But it's a good truck. Because you'd think with those locking differentials always on that it would perform a lot better than it does. Alright. I'll try and remember to get fuel here. Hopefully we don't have that glitchy bug thing where the container just phases through our other truck. If that happens, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I guess we could recover the truck and go get that smaller loading crane on it. I don't think I can... Well, it wouldn't matter if I could put the smaller loading crane on this. I could haul a trailer behind it and just do it with this, but at this point, I might as well just recover the other guy if I'm going to do that. I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed that the game behaves itself, even though we know sometimes it doesn't. Alright. Hopefully I remember my turning here. We have to go across the water first, though. I'm probably going to have to take that other path because I don't think this thing's going to make it down that narrower path. I was just about to say, the other thing I don't really like about this truck is it wobbles around a lot. It's probably worse with the crane on top, but that happened a good part because of how much it wobbles around. Some of it was because I wasn't looking on that side, which was, you know, obviously my fault. So we're not going to take that turning because I don't think this truck's going to make it. We do have to deal with this mud, though, on this path. I think we'll be fine. Alright, let's see how we can do with just normal auto here. I'm thinking low range. Low range plus. Our one truck made it through here pretty well, the Freightliner. So I'd be pretty disappointed if this truck doesn't make it through without having to be winched. I might just winch just to speed it up a bit. Not sure it's required, though. Okay. Keep going. Quite a bit of wobbling happen right now. No, we're stuck on that stump. Well, there's one way to clear it. Winch to something. Wonder, do I have the extended range winch on this thing? It's possible I do. I don't remember what all I've done with this thing. So far, this has been kind of my go-to crane truck. I just wish you didn't have that one bug where objects phase through. Because that happened with the cement bags too, if I remember correctly. Which is unfortunate. Alright, fingers crossed that this will work fine. Because otherwise, this trip was a waste. And then I'm thinking the only way we really get this done is we get the Fleet Star back. We put a crane on it, and we send it back through that trip. Totally my fault that that happened. I wasn't paying attention. That the other trip I had, that rock was a problem. I wasn't looking to that side, so I didn't see it, and we ran over it, which flipped the truck. I was able to save the truck itself, but the container flipped off the bed. Which means we now have to rescue it with a crane. Alright, here we are. I don't know how good the crane is going to be for this. There is a possibility I flip this truck if I'm not on very solid ground, but I don't know if there's a way around it. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to pull into the river here. That will probably do it. we wedge ourselves in front of this rock, maybe we won't flip. And again, maybe we will. At least we have the anchors in place. Alright. Game behave itself. Oh, I forgot to lift over the exhaust again. Okay. Let's do the winch first to try and right it. Lift it up. Please don't phase through the other truck. Please actually go on the bed. Looks promising. That should do it. As long as we don't have any strange physics happen. Yay! It worked. Let's not put any more stress on that interaction, though, if we can avoid it. So, no flipping at this point. No flipping. It's kind of fun, though, to recover stuff like that. As much as it might be frustrating that you had that happen in the first place, I think it adds to some of the fun of the game is the fact that you can recover it. Kind of makes up for it a lot. Just gonna put it in low range. When it becomes more frustrating is when you flip over and it's non-recoverable. That becomes more of a problem, and that does happen. I've never had an issue where cargo I needed fell somewhere where I couldn't get to it, thankfully, but I think that is definitely in the realm of possibility. You can reset a lot of quests, so in theory, if it's quest spawn stuff, I'm guessing you could remedy it that way. Oh, I wanted to go into... Didn't go into gear. Alright, looks like we made it. With only a minor hitch. I remember I reset a quest once, but I don't remember why I reset it. And it might not be been one of those circumstances, so I couldn't tell you. Okay. So we are here for drilling supplies, this one. Okay, well, that was actually a pretty good reward from an experience standpoint. Good to know I've got someone I can trust to get things done. Thanks, partner. So 670 experience and 5,900. That's real nice. Okay. Engine is off, right? Yeah, okay. What's next on the itinerary? So we already went through Morrison Mining and some of the quests that we can do. So the other one that we can do, drilling stuff. Delivery, I believe. Which we're getting drilling equipment. And that comes from the port, right? Yeah, okay. I kind of want to go to a different spot, though. We've already had to come here a couple times. What else do we have? BR Enterprise. Let's see what's all here. Oh, right, that was there was only one thing. The Port Polar Base. For this one, we need a lot of different things. We need bricks and a decent supply. We need metal beams. And we need fuel. Let's lock this one in. So fuel can come from the gas stations. We need to deliver it here. So delivering the fuel from here to there seems pretty straightforward. We need the bricks. I don't know exactly where we get that from. Let's see what we can get at this factory. So I'm going to jump into the cat. See what's over here. We're backed up into an unfortunate spot where the camera doesn't want to behave. Okay. Let's see what's here. Large pipe. Okay, the metal beams are here. I figure we might as well pick that up because we only need one. We're gonna want to go this way. Yeah. Alright. So I'm there. Alright. I want to remind myself where I left myself. Alright. Back up here. There's a little bit of tricky stuff this way, but it's mostly a straightforward path. I'm curious where we get the bricks. Maybe up in that location? Then again, maybe not. Wasn't there bricks at... There was a place I saw bricks, but I don't remember. Alright, let's go all-wheel drive. I remember this being somewhat tricky because it's very heavily snowed in. There's a lot of things to winch to. And we'll see how this does. Go into low range plus, get that diff lock going. If this can just power through this, then it's really going up in my estimation of its abilities. They just need to get some of the graphical glitches with the bed taken care of. Because it looks weird. Doesn't look like the thing's attached. Alright, we might be able to go into auto now. Alright, we're gonna have to go across the water one way or another. I'm probably gonna have to peek at the map a few times to see what the path is. Probably ultimately over there. I think you can just see it in the distance. Yeah, I think that's where we're going. So... we'll head that way. I don't think we'll have any difficulty. This is probably a quest that it would make sense to grab a trailer for. That would require me going back to the garage with something. I just have to figure out where the bricks are gonna come from, because I don't know for sure. Well, we'll have some of it cleared up once I deliver the beams. If a location is being lit up just because it has beams, that will go away. Kind of like what happened with the pipe. Yeah, this thing's pretty good. I like it. I'm glad I started using it. Because it's doing very well. It just has that downside of not having a very good cargo capacity. But otherwise... getting through some rough terrain. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is where we cross. Let's go ahead and hit it into low range. Low range plus. Get that diff lock going for us. Okay, we probably don't need it anymore. Alright, excellent. Yeah, doing these quests I think has really helped increase my estimation of this vehicle. I quite like it now. It seems to be very good at just making it over whatever train is in front of it. As long as, of course, it's not too windy or really narrow. But there are a lot of trucks that would struggle with that. The P12 would struggle with that. And it's not as capable in this regard, so... Alright, how are we doing? Okay, so we're going to have, after the factory, we're going to have a turn off to the right. And we just follow that for a while until we get to the end. That'll be that bit taken care of, and then we can kind of figure out where the brick's going to be. So the fuel is going to be self-evident, because that's going to be at the gas stations. Which in theory I could just go get, because I'm kind of in the area anyway. Because fuel only takes up one slot, so I could easily do that delivery with the cat if I wanted to. And then the bricks would probably just be a good send a truck with a trailer Perhaps. Once we figured out where the bricks are, of course. Okay, we don't need all-wheel drive anymore. I'm going to assume this is the turning. It sure looks like it. I mean, that indicator is pointing directly in the direction that we're going. But just to be certain... Yeah, okay, that's the right way. There shouldn't be any turnings on this path. Well, there was going to be one, but... Any real turnings, because that's just a dead end. Like a driveway or something. This is a nice scenic route, too. You get to see the river. You get to see a trailer in the river. Alright. This is like the journey's taken care of. There's actually a few quests in this area. One there. One down that road. And then this one that we're doing. Okay, there's your metal beams. Alright, let me turn off the engine and take a look at the map. So anything that would have been beams should have gone away by now. So that location's gone. So I guess in theory you get bricks from over here. Here as well. That seems like it. Unless we want to go to a different map, of course. Out of curiosity, just to see it. You can see what resources are available on the different maps. Although I haven't really mastered what those symbols mean. I'm gonna guess the second one is bricks, perhaps? That doesn't mean the Mountain River has bricks. I could be totally wrong and off base on that one, I honestly... I know there's more cargo than what those symbols show, so... Who knows? One way to know is just to look at a different map, but that's fine. I guess we might as well go get the fuel because we're already right here. And then sending a truck with a trailer makes a lot of sense to me. In theory, this one's easier to get to. Like, this is kind of a pain in the ass because you have to go down a kind of rough road and go through water to get over here, and it's a bit out of the way. So, I think I would rather come here. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and do this bit with the cat. So, we're going to come back this way. This way. Come get the fuel, which is right nearby. I guess we'll refuel as we're here as well. Then turn back around and just come back. Simple enough. Alright. Do our turn first. Trying not to hit the telephone pole. Alright, there we go. Not sure what to send, the Fleet Star or the Freightliner. I think I'll send the Fleet Star. I just put it in low range for the diff lock. Depending on how this goes, this might be the last quest we do, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do it fully. Getting close to 3 hours streamed. Or at least do this bit, though. Made good progress, though. There's only really, what, a couple more quests on this map? Of the mainline quests. And then I've got some side quests to do still. This map has a lot of side quests. I think more than any of the other maps. Oh, I'm still in low range. Whoops. Alright. But we need to head over to Russia pretty soon. I want to knock out a lot of the quests in Russia before the new map comes. I don't know how long that map will be on the beta branch. Maybe a couple weeks. So I don't necessarily have to get to it right away. Maybe I'll do some Russian stuff this weekend. I've done some side quests on the Russian map, but I have done like maybe 1 or 2 main quests. I've done very few. So we might start doing some of that stuff in Russia. There are some trucks I can get as well that I haven't really gotten around to, so... And we can do an exploration of the different Russian trucks, because I haven't really bought very many of those. Just a couple. And I have one just kind of sitting around too, so... We'll probably take a look at that. But how are we doing progress-wise in Alaska? We're at 60%. So as you can see, with the Russian territory, I've definitely done some of the quests, but... most of them focusing on... I'm not even sure if I've cleared many blockers. Maybe that's what we'll do on the Russian map, is just clear all the blockers and stuff on the map. Alright, getting fuel first, and then we'll get the supplies. Oh, didn't get white fuel all the way filled up. Might have to take a couple stabs at this turn. Alright. 1, 2. Alright. This quest is more or less 2/3 of the way done. Maybe half. Well, we'll say half done. If I do the bricks in one go, then that would be a little quicker, but the trip to get there is going to take longer than it did for me to go get this fuel, for example. Or for me to go get the metal, because I was literally right there. Is it this turning? I mean, we definitely take this turning, but I don't remember how soon it is before we make the other turning. It's probably the only turning off to the left. But otherwise, I think today's stream was a good learning lesson for me, dealing with some bugs with the cargo handling, unfortunately. But in the end, we got that quest nailed, so... it's over and done with. And when we needed the crane to behave, it behaved, so... that's good. Got to evaluate the big cat here. Did quite well. Very pleased with it. Yeah, this is the right turning. So all in all, a good day. I'll quickly take a peek at what trucks are left over in America. I think this is just 2. That I still need to unlock by leveling up. How are we doing? Okay, we've got a ways to go before we're leveling up to level 22, which I think is the line to cross. We might have unlocked a Russian truck, though. Because I think the Russian trucks are on the odd numbers, the American trucks are on the even numbers, but I could be wrong with that. Yep, good stuff. I kind of wish there was more customization options with this thing, especially being able to paint it. You can't paint it, it's this color. The only way it comes. I like yellow and black though. A good color combination, so it is what it is, and it's kind of traditional for cats like this, so. Alright. We'll just stick this over here. That'll do. Alright, let me take a look real quick. So I'm going to grab the Fleet Star. And we'll go ahead and just recover it. But before I do anything with that, let's take a look at the truck store and just remind ourselves what's going on here. So this is the truck I ended up selling. You can get this through a quest. At least I think so. I think you need to do a quest to get it. Not a difficult quest, though. But pretty much what we have left to unlock at this point is the Dairy Longhorn, and that's level 24. Okay, it's a little ways out more. Then this one's level 26, so this is going to take some time. As far as Russian trucks, I still have to find this one, although I think I'm actively working on the quest to get this one. I'm not 100% on that. That's one of those things I just need to, you know, get around to. So level 22. I knew there was something that we unlock on level 22, so that's going to be that guy. This is the one I know I'm actively working on, because you have to repair it, I think, and then haul it somewhere. So I'm working on that one. So is it just that one truck at level 22? I'm not seeing any other level unlocks for the Russian trucks. So we just have 3 trucks left. Level 26 being the last one. But some of the upgrades are going to be later beyond that, so we'll see how that goes. It is possible I have unlocked something already in the amongst the Russian trucks, but I'm going to look at the Russian trucks once we get to the Russian territory. All right. Let's go ahead and leave. And I'll go ahead and grab a trailer. Yeah, there we go. Just a normal flatbed trailer will do the job. Interestingly enough, sideboard trailers are cheaper. I'll go with that. I think these are easier to load cargo onto. Probably. I mean, they've got those big things on the side that might make it more difficult. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and grab that one of those guys. That'll be enough for this job, but I think we're going to wrap up here, because I am getting... Oh, you know what? We've got about... It's one of those things where I'm getting close to that 3-hour mark. I think I'm going to have to stop here, though, because I am getting tired, and I feel like mistakes are going to start happening if we keep going, so I really hope you guys have enjoyed.